Hello everyone. Hi. How are you doing? Are you fine? I hope so. I'm down here. Can you check it? Yes. This is Tumeshwar here, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel that is Learn EE with TT. And I hope that you are staying at home and keeping yourself safe from this global pandemic COVID-19 and following the government guidelines, what the government has issued certain guidelines to follow. All right, that's great. Actually, you should follow and you should try to be a responsible citizen for at this critical time. All right, and I also hope that you have also kept your journey on toward excellence, and it's very important actually, that you have to keep your journey on learning some new things and keeping your preparation on actually. All right, so I'm going to help you in terms of language, and particularly now today onward from accent. So accent, that plays very important role. So I'm going to make a separate playlist for this on YouTube, and this is going to be my video number one on accent, and there are another videos also, so which you can watch and there. So here I will be discussing about accent, rules of accent, and how can you actually improvise your accent. All right, so you can go to YouTube and you can subscribe for my channel. And other than this, there are some other ways, where other medium where I'm posting my videos. That could be Facebook, and that could be Instagram, and also on TikTok now, the 15-second learnings you might have checked. All right, so let's begin today. So today's topic is that British accent or American accent. Whenever we talk about accent, those who have basic knowledge about English, so they must be aware about that there are two kind of accent which are prominent all across the globe. That is British accent or American accent. And then there is a very serious questions that comes in their mind, that which accent they should learn actually, whether they should go for British accent or whether they should go for American accent, which is better. So this is very critical questions, and so I'm going to tell you the answer of this one in my own way, with my own experience, that what I've learned from my couple of years of experience. So I'm going to share it with you. So here I have made some VIPs, very important points in order to recognize that actually which accent you should learn. All right. So first thing, what you should know, that the major difference between British English and American English, or accent you can say. See, there are various difference British English and American English. It's completely different. If you talk about grammar, if you talk about spellings, if you talk about pronunciation, there is a great difference. And also, if I give you an example, for example, there is a word called great. Great. All right. So it is pronounced in different way. If you talk about in India, people will say India is a great country, right? If you talk in Britisher way, they say India is a great country, great country. And if you talk about American, India is a great country, great. Just great, great, great. Understand? So this is basically the difference between accent. So accent is something that in certain language how the words are pronounced actually, like great, great, great. And if you talk about schedule, schedule, dustbin, trash can. So there are many differences which I'm going to put in separate video, so where you can find out more differences. But today I'm just going to make you familiar that okay, which accent you should actually learn. So the major difference, okay, is that okay, British accent is one which is spoken over British Isles, and American accent is one which is spoken in America, especially United States. All right, so now it is very important that okay, actually which English should you learn. So you need to recognize your priority. That is a point number two. You need to recognize your priority first. So you know that before going ahead toward your journey toward becoming excellent at accent, you should know that what are your priorities. You want to go, or your future plan is to settle down in European countries or American countries, or you want to work for American companies or British companies. So if your planning is to go for America, or down the line, let's guess 5 to 10 years you are going to work in America, so you should learn American accent. And if you are going to work in UK, so obviously you are going to learn a British accent. Accent is actually, it will make you familiar with the sound, culture, and also many things. Grammar, as I told earlier, grammar, pronunciation, there are many parts which are going to be completely different from both of these. So once you get familiar with them, once you recognize your priority, then start your journey. After that, you need to set up your goals. Like there's a clarity in your mind that okay, you need to set up your goals afterwards. Okay, how much time do we have, or do I have, in order to make my accent better? For example, if you talk about nowadays, this time, accent is not very easy, guys. Let me tell you, because the way you speak English, the way you pronounce certain words, or you have been pronouncing words since your childhood, you cannot immediately get rid of those words. You cannot actually get rid of those words. So it takes time. It takes too much time. You may have to practice a lot. You need to get familiar with various sounds. You need to get familiar with the various ways by which Britishers and Americans speak English. So you need to be actually you make yourself familiar with such kind of things. Now fourth thing is that removing MTI. MTI, if you want to be very good at accent part, particularly British accent or whether American accent, so you need to get rid of your MTI, that is mother tongue influence. Like as I told you that if in India, if I tell you that okay, there are people from Punjab, they say Canada, Dubai, breakfast, like so this way what happens that is a kind of regional touch they do have on the English language. So whenever they speak English, so they have Punjabi touch, they have they have some I'm sorry, Himachali touch, some have some UP touch, like school, the people they say school, sir, sure, means there are many problems. All right, so then after you are getting familiar that okay, I need to remove my MTI, then there becomes a role of a trainer. See, you can improve your accent on your own also, but it will take a lot of time. Role of a trainer becomes vital here because trainer is a person, or not trainer is a kind of person who is actually familiar with the concept of accent, who is familiar with the grammar, who is familiar with the pronunciation, and also the spellings, and who is familiar with both type of English, whether you talk about British English or whether you talk about American English. So it's very important. It becomes very important if you want to get proficient in accent part very quickly. So I suggest you that choose a trainer. You need to have a trainer which can help you in terms of this one. So after getting counseling from trainer, he will guide you and also suggest you some lessons, so you are going to definitely improve your vocabulary, your way of pronouncing certain words, and that is something that which a trainer plays a quite vital role in your developing your accent part. And then P with P, then you need to practice it with people. Trainer is a person who will suggest you, who will guide you, and who can motivate you more toward your journey. But main thing is that how are you practicing those things which a trainer is saying? As I told you that removing MTI is not an easy task. It will take years, all right? And sometimes only solution is that practice. Practice, practice, practice. So the more you practice with people, the more better you will become. And number 7, setting and creating favorable ambience around you. So in this point, what you are suggested that okay, you are creating favorable ambience around you. This will go through various mediums, okay, like watching English movies, observing them, how are they pronouncing certain words, and how are they actually that writing, how are they speaking, and what are their ways to say the dialogue in the movie. So that is something that which you need to observe. The more you observe, the more better you will become. So you need to make a environment around you like that way. All right, so these are some of the ways which I must so that is what that actually important. All right, So the main thing is that whether you go for British accent or whether you go for American accent, it completely depends upon your priority. See, there is nothing wrong with Indian accent. All right, every country has your own culture. Every country has their own accent. So in some way or other way, every culture is good, right? Or every accent is better. But nowadays we see that. The accent plays very important role because especially MNC point of view, those MNC are working in India as well, all across the globe. So it enhances your career opportunity, it enhances your growth path actually. So it help you out to climb the ladder of success very quickly. All right, so this is enough for the day from my side. So I hope that in this video you might have got some clarity about that which accent should you learn. And there are various differences which I might be explaining later on. It can be on vocabulary part, it can be on pronunciation part, it can be on grammatical part, so which I'll be explaining. So this was just an introductory video for you, so you must get familiar that what is British accent and what is American accent. And you need not to worry about if you are not that much good at accent part, if you are not that much good at accent part, right? So your English should not be completely like Britishers or Americans. You should not, you need not necessarily to sound like them. But what is more important that there should not be incorrect pronunciation whenever whatever you say. So you should be saying it properly. All right. So that's all, I guess. So thank you so much for joining the sessions. I hope that you have enjoyed this session. You have found it quite useful. Later on, I'll be uploading more videos on here, and you can now find me on TikTok also, Instagram also, and other social medias also, which I'll be sending you also. All right. So thank you so much for joining the session, and stay connected and be safe and stay away from this corona. Okay, this is very dangerous. Thank you so much.